What's up, guys? So as you can see, we got done with the test run through the parking lot, and this bag took quite a bit of abuse. Almost ripped the Maxpedition logo off, got a little hole going on in the front. Overall, not too bad. Ripped a hole up here by the zipper. Some of the cords and the cables are pretty destroyed. In the back, it almost destroyed the carry handle. Completely gone. That'll be worn through inside of a couple weeks. Overall, I think it fared out pretty well compared to Eric's bag. But
so here it is after we dragged it around the parking lot. Far more visible damage than the Maxpedition bag. I mean, all this is frayed and the buckles are starting to wear down. The zippers, you can see, are far more significantly ground down than in the Maxpedition bag. I mean, just the carry handle starting to fray. You got holes all over it. Almost all these exterior pockets have a hole starting to form in them. And I mean, if you see the front ones are probably by far the ugliest. You can see the foam padding right here. Got holes all in the pockets and stuff. So, all in all, it's fared so far. You can tell it's July 4th right now. It's fared well so far, and we're going to get into the next test, seeing that it is July 4th. We got some little fireworks for fun.
alrighty, guys. So for the next test, we've taken some firecrackers and rigged them inside of the PALS webbing, and we're going to light off. We're going to start with one of these, I don't know what they are, little blackjacks or something like that. So we're just going to light off some of those inside of the PALS webbing and see what happens. Then we are going to upgrade from there. Okay, this is the gunny bag. You can see where we lit the firecracker off. Ooh, blew a little hole in it underneath the PALS webbing there. Let's check out the Max bag, see what happened with that. Nothing.
We also did stick it between two of the webbings, so.
Yeah, we stuck it between the two webbings here, and not actually between the webbing and the bag.
Stick another one right here. Test it again.
Let's see what happens when we step it up a notch. We'll move to some M60s. Alright, we're back. We've rigged these up with some M60s in there, and they are between the PALS webbing and the nylon material on each bag. Alright, guys, so you can see on this one where we lit the firework off, there is, blew a hole in the bag. Definitely blew a hole. I don't know if you guys can see that very well.
Same type of holes on this bigger one.
Yeah, it just blew a hole next to where the stitching is. There you go. And let's check out the Max bag. Didn't do any damage to the Max bag.
And all the stitching stayed intact. No holes, no blown stitches.
Alright, so what we're going to try now is going in with two M60s. We're going to drop it on the inside pocket and try and push it closed. Had a misfire on that one the first time, so we had to relight it and zip the pouch a little bit. Alright, Eric, show us what the carnage is here on the Max bag.
I see no blown stitching. Yeah, there's a little hole in the bottom. Let me dump all this out so I can show you. There's one hole right there.
Oh no.
And that is it. Everything else looks like it's fine. One hole right there.
How'd a gunny hold up over here?
Alright, now this was from the drag test, and this was from the drag test also. You can see how it's not all the way through. So other than that, I don't see any damage.
Alright, so it looks like Gunny held up pretty good too. Alright, so what we're going to do is put one of these 50-shot lines inside the small pouch on each bag and see what the damage is caused by that. Let's check out the Max bag, see what we got for damage.
Nothing different than that first little tear down there.
Yeah, you can see where they exploded on contacts. Some surface burns. The only hole was left from the M60 though. Let's check out Gunny over here. Sad to say, I don't think Gunny's looking too hot right around this area. Some of that was caused from the road damage, and I just think the fireworks had a more devastating effect. You can already see right up in here all the burning and the melting of that. But let's check it out.
I think that's the only visible damage right up here on this top part.
Yeah, I think you're right. Straight up, right up and around in here.
This is singed a little bit down. Oh, there it goes.
Keykeeper's gone. Alrighty guys, so we've got a little another test here. 50 shot with a few M60s tied in together in the main compartment. We'll see what damage that does. Alrighty guys, let's check out how Gunny's tour of duty is doing.
Got rips from the top, busted out some seams, and blew, kind of melted the stitching around the zipper pouch there. More of the same, just melted all the fabric out, put some holes in it. And then down here, you can see the little camelback compartment, or the extra pouch on the inside. Top of this is all ripped apart. Got some more stuff blowing apart right there. However, we did have, as you can see, some N60s that did not get blown or detonate. So what we're gonna do, maybe not that one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna light them off on some buckles next. More of the same, you know, just some of them that didn't detonate. That's the hole from earlier. And then just melted through the mesh. Got a little hole right there on the back pouch. Other than that, I think the inside of the Max bag fared well compared to the Gunny bag. So,
overall, I think this is a great material that Maxpedition uses. It's a little more stiff than the Gunny bag, and overall, I mean, even after 2 years of use, this thing is still pretty stiff, but it just holds up really, really well. And I think if nothing else, this test just shows you, you know, how well this stuff holds up. Checking out the Gunny buckle. How did Gunny hold up?
the buckle held up fine. There's no rip stitching, no holes. The Max bag, same thing. No ripping, no holes.
No issues, huh?
Yep. Eric and Kevin here, Two Brothers Prep. Gonna do a review, conclusion, inspection of the bags after we submerged them in water through the rain, dragged them behind my Xterra, and also, as you can tell, lit off some fireworks on the inside. So overall, I would say this bag is pretty well trashed. This one right here, the Tour Duty Lite by Tru-Spec, I mean, you can see it. The fireworks, it was like this plastic material on the inside. The fireworks just melted all the way through all the pockets. I mean, this pocket right here, you can see just all the damage is done. And it's really just cosmetic, but it's almost to the point where you don't even want to use it anymore. Some of the pockets, like this one right here, is going to rip real soon. This pocket's not used anymore. And on this one also, the top pocket here, just more of the same, just all the burning from whatever they put on the inside. It's like a plastic material. And then on the inside of this thing, the Maxpedition.
I also want to note too that we washed these after.
Yes.
We hosed these down with Simple Green, washed them in the sink, and they still smell like sulfur. This one particularly more so than the Maxpedition, and I think just because of the material that's on the inside of this.
This foam.
But yeah, if we look at the inside of both bags, we'll get right up here and you can probably see, maybe you can't, some of this nylon webbing here on the Max bag is burnt through, but the rest of the inside of the bag itself is in beautiful, beautiful shape. I mean, nothing wrong with it. And look at the lid. This is all intact. There's one little burn hole here, and that's actually from when we put a firework on the inside front cover. But as you can see, the zippers still work on this. The main compartment still zips all the way around. So overall in the bag, damage-wise, it's not too bad. Now this front pouch here did get kind of tore up from dragging it across the parking lot, but that's to be expected, I guess. However, hangs up a little bit here on the corner. Got a little bit of road rash. With the rest of the pocket, you only want to zip it 3/4 of the way. Interior looks great. No problems. Still looks brand new. The back of the bag, a couple minor cosmetic issues. The only thing major on the bag, I think, that got tore up is the strap right down here. And it's probably going to break sooner or later. So overall, I think it's fair to say that the Maxpedition bag won the test. This is a great product. If you want to check out exactly what this is and the dimensions of it, check out Maxpedition's website at maxpedition.com. Like all their products, I think this has passed the test. If it can be dragged through the parking lot, submerged in water, and blown up with some fireworks and still be usable, this is an outstanding product. This is my wife's diaper bag for our kid, so I don't think she was too impressed that I blew it up on her and dragged it across the parking lot. But after 2 years, the thing is still good, can still be used.
Just want to show you guys some of the carnage on the gunny bag here. Just starting in the front pocket, I mean, there's a hole right here. This zipper is inoperable unless you really want to try and force it open, but even still, you're going to rip that off. This top pocket, melted. It's got a huge hole in it. This zipper is also inoperable. Just all the road rash. This zipper right here has got a hole going. That's going to be going here pretty soon. And then all this road rash, again, this just melted, ugly looking. Still functional, but it's still ugly. And then these pockets up here are got holes in them. They're frayed off. But the straps, this strap right here is probably the only damage to actually the wearing of it. It's about 1/3 of the way ripped through. And then everything else, I mean, you could still wear this pack, you just wouldn't be able to zip it up. You can zip the main compartment, and that's it. Another thing I want to do too is, he touched on, we cleaned the bags 36 hours ago with Simple Green and water, and we just let them air dry. This bag is still a little damp on the inside, whereas the Maxpedition is completely dry right now. I think it has something to do with all this foam and extra, all the little hidden compartments and stuff like that. But overall, I'd say go with the Maxpedition. Yeah. One last durability test.